Your recent tweets don't mince words. You're saying crypto is being killed in America out of spite, that this will send industry, jobs, technology offshore. Why are you, if I may say so, so infuriated by this?
It's a complete disaster. How this language got into the bill in the first place is still a mystery. That we couldn't get this amendment through to make some very obvious improvements that would save this industry in America is a real shame. And it's due to the holdout senator in Alabama that wasn't willing to support this. So it's I'm also disappointed with the industry and that we didn't all come together on this. Kraken emailed its user base calling for support to contact their senators. And not everyone did that. I think some people felt like they could rely on backroom conversations with Senate staffers, and that obviously didn't work out for us. And in the end, what mattered was probably a senator that nobody thought to talk to. So I think we all need to come together on this, and going forward, really put everything we have into the House. And now the problem is just 4 times bigger, right? We've got to convince 400 people instead of 100 people to do something. So we've sort of made our own lives difficult. But I think this is a wake-up call for the whole crypto industry, in that we really need to start financing our lobbying effort way more, 100 times more than we have been historically.
So what does Kraken plan to do about it? How do you plan to rally the support that you're going to need? Because also this is, partly, education is happening at the same time that lobbying is.
Exactly. I think, we all need to donate more to Coin Center and the Blockchain Association, first of all. Second, I think a lot of people in the industry are talking about how they can set up a PAC or super PAC, or how the industry can come together and finance the politicians that are on our side and put more into educating those who aren't. And I think you're going to see the crypto industry become a massive lobbying force, not just the companies, but the people who are cryptocurrency holders and Americans broadly who see this as a national security, national economic problem, that we need to keep this industry onshore.
Why do you think innovation will be stifled by this? What do you think won't happen as a result? Like, what are the real threats?
Well, as it's written, the bill basically says that every time you tip a barista, you have to get a 1099. So you have to collect their name, address, phone number, social security number, proof of identity in order to give them that tip. And this is saying basically the same thing for the blockchain, that anytime anyone in a chain of a transaction, be it a software developer, a node operator, a Bitcoin miner, a wallet operator, anyone in that chain who's facilitating a transaction must collect tax information, identity information, and report to the IRS, which is just completely nonsensical, completely misunderstands the technology, and is not even possible, but basically makes criminals out of everyone who isn't doing it, and effectively kills the industry and kills this technology in the United States, which means all of those businesses that are generating tremendous amounts of tax revenue, all of these software developers, everyone, the mining industry, which we have recently received a huge influx of from China, will all just have to go back out of the country because these people have basically been made to be criminals by virtue of being forced to do something that technically is not even possible to do.
Meantime, Jesse, today, the biggest hack on DeFi yet, $600 million in assets stolen. This happening on the Poly network. I mean, when these kinds of things happen, it sort of screams the need for regulation, for more oversight. What's your reaction to this? Isn't it alarming?
It is alarming, but it's a bit of the Wild West in crypto. People all over the world are engaged with DeFi. We try to do audits on things as much as we can. Some people invest in things that have not been audited. Sometimes the auditors just miss something critical. And I would honestly trust the auditors that are looking at these cryptocurrency protocols more than I would trust a government regulator to be able to catch these problems. Big institutions just get hacked, just as much. So I don't think it's something that needs more regulation. There's already plenty of consumer regulation, consumer protection out there. The space is already regulated by the IRS, FinCEN, the SEC, the CFTC. You name it, they're trying to regulate this space, and they do. So I don't think it's more regulation that we need. I think it's more education that we need. And no matter how much education you have, some people are just going to gamble their money And, we just saw a hedge fund guy who knows exactly what he's doing lose $20 billion in a day. So, I don't think it's about needing more protection from this. I think it's about more education.
Well, and as DeFi continues to expand, though, don't you think there are going to need to be more guardrails?
No, I don't think so. I think we already have plenty of guardrails in place that extensively cover financial services and to a great extent cryptocurrency. And I think that calls for more regulation now, I think, are short-sighted, and I think we need to see how that this space develops. It's still the very early days. If we had tried to put too much regulation on the internet in the early days, not anticipating what could come from it, requiring people to get KYC just to go to a website, for example, to protect them, it wouldn't have become what it has today, and it wouldn't have enabled so much freedom and discussion around the world. And that's the hope of cryptocurrency, is that we bring financial freedom and inclusion to the world. And once we start putting it in a box and trying to control everything, we really take away that potential from it. So I think now there's enough regulation to protect people. And I think we need to watch and see what happens and help this space develop.
So look, there's obviously been a lot of volatility. I'll just pick on Bitcoin in particular just in the last few weeks. You, of course, have been on the show talking about it going to the moon, infinity, Mars, beyond. I mean, do we have any new metaphors given what you've seen of late? Are you still as optimistic about these, otherworldly potential here?
Absolutely. The moon is the bear case for crypto. We're going to other dimensions with Bitcoin. So I think people just need to hold on. We're still early days. We're still early in the cycle. I think we could see $100,000 plus a coin late this year, early next year.